Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of EMU CARDS. Thanks for joining us. All right, actually this episode we're going to concentrate on feedback that you guys have given me, and one's going to take really quickly. The second is going to be a little bit more thorough because the response from this subscriber individual Instagram, I didn't get the permission to use your name. If you're watching, you'll know who you are pretty quickly, but I didn't get permission to say who you are. So I'm just gonna keep you anonymous for this point, time being. In the future, because you've been a fantastic subscriber on the YouTube channel, commenter, you've been fantastic, and I really appreciate your feedback. So that's gonna be the latter. The first one is, I did the video on the Thursday news about ending with Ronaldo looking like he was going to Manchester City and my opinions on that. And then it totally switched by mid-Friday morning that Cristiano Ronaldo made this incredible return back to Manchester United after 12 years leaving to go Real Madrid. It's so good for the Premier League. It's so good for the sport. I still stand by that. I don't think he's going to be as dominant or as successful as people think he is. He is 36, going to turn 37. He's been playing in Serie A, which is a lot slower, less physical of year, more defensively minded, but not as physically demanding as the Premier League. There isn't a league on the planet that's more physically demanding. Arguably, you can make Bundesliga is a little bit faster of a league, but if you include like the physicality, how they call the game, the speed, the tactics, and the level of play, Premier League really is the best league on the planet when it comes to soccer. And people that actually reach out to me, this is actually through Instagram, is does Cristiano Ronaldo come back to Manchester United help the card market? Yes, absolutely. Because I'm gonna be honest with like him playing with Serie A, is that Serie A is on the bottom of the 5 leagues. It's not at the tippy bottom. Me personally, I can't stand Serie A. It's too slow. It's too defensively minded. And for a while, Juventus won 9 of the last 10 titles until finally Inter Milan, who was the last team to win it before Juventus took over. So just like the level of competition was bad, and also because it wasn't being covered on TV. ESPN's picked it up, but it's on ESPN Plus. You have to pay your subscription for that. Or comparably with the Premier League, you can watch it on Peacock. You have to pay for a service, but if you have NBC and NBC Sports, you're going to catch most of the games, and primarily the big games, which Manchester United, arguably the biggest team in the world, next to Real Madrid and once Barcelona before they got into all this financial trouble. So of course it increases the card market. Champions League with Topps Chrome, UEFA, that's going to be big. The Merlin set and Topps, and then the Panini Prism with the Premier League. Now with Ronaldo, that is going to bring a lot of people, a lot of interest. And honestly, if you're watching this and you're on the fence about watching soccer, watch it this season, because the fans are back. It's making such a difference. The atmosphere is back, and you have the title race is going to be incredible between Chelsea, Liverpool, Manchester United, Manchester City. Those are the biggest 4 teams in the league. Arsenal is in disarray, and a club like Brentford, who is this really small club and just really built their franchise really intelligently, and they built on so much success and making really shrewd moves that they've gone to the Premier League after 74 years on the top flight, and they're playing very well. They're actually a very, very exciting team to watch, but they're a really easy team to root for. I think this is one of the most fascinating Premier League seasons, probably actually since Manchester City won in 2012, and then of course Leicester City winning in 2015 when the most miraculous thing in sport, they're winning the Premier League title. So that was some of the questions that I got actually through Instagram, is what do you think Ronaldo's going to do both on the field and in the card market? I don't think he's going to be as impactful as people think on the field. And in the card market, I think he makes a massive impact, which can only be good because soccer is universally worldwide. All right, so leading into number 2, one commenter on YouTube I alluded to, had an awesome comment about the Thursday news because we were covering Fanatics and how they really are taking over with the MLB licensing from Topps in 2025 and then NBA in 2026, and I don't know if it's even official just yet with the NFL in the same year, and just actually gave a list of things that he was concerned with. So I actually wrote them down. I didn't wrote them down like specifically, but I'm gonna just say them out loud, and then I'm gonna go over each one. So the retail stores are empty. It's very difficult to find cards at retail stores. Flippers and breakers are causing problems with the big chain stores. So Walmart, Target, we all know what happened. Geez, I don't even know when that's back. I think that's like late May, early June, when they had like literally violence issues and had to call the cops and assault because people were losing their minds with the flippers and the breakers, where Target, they barely have any retail at their stores. They do everything online. Walmart, some stores don't even sell it. I actually recently went to a Walmart store where they had it behind 2 lock boxes. Yeah, I didn't say 1, I said 2 lock boxes. And it just, the access. The local card shop are skyrocketing prices. Number 4 is you're isolating the youth in the market, really hurting from young people getting into it, and then the Fanatics monopoly. One, retail stores being empty. Yeah, it really stinks. I know a few of my friends are pretty good at they actually pay for a subscription for services for the online when Target or Walmart are about to sell us our cards online to try and beat the bots, and still then they can't. So that is a real problem. I really don't have much of an answer there. Flippers and breakers causing problems with big chain stores. As long as the flippers or breakers are making money, they're going to continually do it. There really isn't much that can be do. The local card shop increasing prices. This one is a legitimate frustration because I find some of them are really unnecessary. Like I went down to Santiago Sports a while back. I did like a quick little video, and I bought a blaster box of the 2020 Panini Prizm Premier League and then the 2019 NBA Hoops Premium Stock blaster box as well. And he was charging $80 a pop. Now that is ridiculously overpriced because you can find those online for like $40. There's no need to be that greedy, especially because you want to keep them. I think it's just very short-sighted thinking. So another really good point. 4th one hurts the most is you're isolating the youth market, because we want to keep things running. I mean, I think the best example is that WWE/WWF back in the day is that Vince McMahon saw a vision is that if you get kids into this, the parents will come. Well, in the card collectible market, it is the complete opposite, is that the adults are trying to bring their kids into it, but you can't because you can't find anything affordable. So you can't get anything retail. You go to your local card shop, charging like packs of cards for 2020 NBA hoops for like $15 a pack, and that's a real price. And I was at All-in-One Collectibles in Randolph, New Jersey, and I was just shocked because I'll do a video on my feelings about the 2020 NBA class overall. But that does hurt because parents are not going to pay those type of prices because if you really know the market, I know it's addicting. I know it's the gambling aspect of it, but like opening cards is like playing the slot machines in the casino. It's fun, but with your kids, you want them to feel that feeling of getting good cards and how expensive it become. It stinks. My alternative is actually right here. This is why I have the 1990 NBA Hoops box 1 and 2. These 2 boxes are unequivocally the most fun I have ripping cards. You're guaranteed to get big players, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Michael Jordan, and they have such cool history in both of these boxes. So the Mark Jackson, which actually comes in both of these, this is the Menendez brothers card. So that right there is the Menendez brothers right here in the back, sitting courtside. Now, if anybody doesn't know about the Menendez brothers murdered their parents, and in the first trial got away with it, but because of what happened with OJ getting off, that caused them to go into retrial, and they kind of stacked the odds against the Menendez brothers to make sure that they would convict them. But what's crazy about this card is the time that this photo was taken. This was taken in February 1990, and this is actually in between after the Menendez brothers murdered their father and when they got arrested. So this in a PSA 10 in the height of the market was going between like $400 to $600. I really haven't checked what it's gone for. But this is actually the coolest of the cards. So Sam Vincent, you wouldn't think anything of it, but you look closely and you see Michael Jordan in the picture, and he is donning the number 12. This is the only time that Michael Jordan has ever worn the number 12 jersey, because somebody stole his jersey before game time, so he had to wear the number 12. So this is the only documentation, unless you get the videotape, of him wearing the number 12 jersey. And the height of the market at PSA 10 was going between like 700. I think I've seen the highest at like 1,000. So when you open these boxes, you know you're going to get hits, but like the rarity is, do you get them centered? Now this is some of the best centering I could find for this card, and you can tell that it's not centered correctly. And this one is one of the best centered of Sam Vincent's that I wrapped, and even on the back and the front, the centering is way off on this. So that's actually kind of like the rare, or if you want to deem that a parallel, that would be it. So that's why this would be awesome open with kids, because even that they're young and they never got to see some of these players, by now you've seen The Last Dance, the Kobe Bryant documentary is coming out. You have the 1992 Dream Team documentary, which actually is on YouTube for free. You have Magic vs. Bird on HBO. You have also Magic Johnson documentary coming out. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Well, he's not in this set, so I don't know, that's irrelevant. But you have plenty of medium and YouTube where even your kids that are 6 and above can enjoy opening a box like this. And these are reasonably cheap. I think Series 1 goes for around between like 75 and 110, if I remember correctly. And Series 2 goes between, I think, like 50. And these are factory sealed too, which is actually increases the rarity of these. And like goes between like 50 and 80, depending where you get. So a lot affordable. You can get them with your kids, you can open them up, and you can have a really good time. So that'll be my recommendation for item number 4. You want to get kids into the market, I would go more of in the junk wax era of just opening sets. Like, last video I did, I had the 1990 score. There's no point in doing that because you have a few players that you would know, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders. It doesn't have the same effect as basketball, in my opinion. But like anything, like the Skybox in the same year is an awesome box, and those cards are absolutely beautiful. Actually, sent a few of those cards to be graded than Michael Jordan. So again, that would be my recommendation, is go between 89, 93, 94, and especially in basketball. Those are a lot of fun. They're very reasonably priced, and you'll have a lot of fun. The new stuff, this commenter, subscriber is spot on, really isolating the youth market. And 5 is the Fanatics monopoly. A really reasonable concern, especially when Fanatics goes into effect in 2025 and 2026. The crazy thing is we have no idea what the market is going to look like that. We have no idea if the card market with the availability is going to go international, which just expands the population, the production, and it totally changes the landscape of the game. NFTs, the top shots, what is that meaning in the market? And then everything really leading up to 2025 and 2026 is a decent amount of time with what does with those cards, with Panini, with Topps. Do they overproduce? Try and make as much money before they lose the deal. That could happen. I mean, honestly, if I was in their position, that's actually probably what I would do. If I was going to lose it, I'd try and make as much money before this deal goes into effect, which means that everything really in the past like 3 or 4 years becomes a lot more valuable. So those are legitimate concerns. I actually wanted to share this because those were my thoughts on it. What are your thoughts? Like, comment, subscribe. Please hit that like button. It does the channel a lot. Comment, get involved. I want to hear your thoughts. What boxes are you going to open up? Are you still going to go hard for both these draft classes when Prism comes out for the NFL and when Prism comes out for basketball? Same thing with the other, of course, National Treasure, Flawless, Immaculate. They still have their lore, so to speak. But are you still going to go to those other cards? So yeah. Again, subscribe, like, comment. I hope all is well. Take care. I will see you on the next video. Peace.